be patient with yourself because nobody else will. I'm gonna say this again. Be patient with yourself because nobody else will. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is kind of like an impromptu video. I wasn't planning on filming this video at all today, but I just wanted to come here and film this video because I actually have, it's actually a requested video, and there was a comment left under my time management for new nurses video, and it really touched my heart, and I'm about to tell you why. But I'm going to read the comment first, and then I'm going to answer her question. Tanil Brooks says, I love all your videos. Can you make a video on how to feel confident about your nursing skills as a new grad? I feel like I didn't learn enough skills in school and I don't want to seem incompetent while I'm being trained on the floor. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Thank you, Tanil, for your comment. This actually really hits home. I didn't write anything down for this because I just wanted to speak from the heart. I do understand exactly how you feel. Like I said before, when I tell you the first day of work, I worked the 3 to 11 shift and I went home at 4 a.m. and I only peed for 12 hours. I think it's because this is my basic understanding of school. When you go to school, you're only going to school for that piece of paper. You know, I like to keep it real with you guys, so I'm gonna keep it 100. And many people may disagree with me and be like, no, this and that. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't learn, but in reality, if you really look at it, and I know some nurses will vouch for this and like agree and give me their signature for it saying what I'm saying is right. You go to school for that piece of paper. That piece of paper can be your license, your certification, whatever, your degree. That piece of paper in this country, at least America where I am, and I bet you in other countries too, that piece of paper says that you've been through the curriculum to enable you to nurse. But that piece of paper doesn't mean that you're a good nurse. That piece of paper doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing. So what I'm trying to say is that unless your school is like super duper top notch, 9 times out of 10, what the schools are looking for is for the highest percentage of students passing the NCLEX on the first try. That is how they make their money, because you have to look at it like this. I encourage you guys all to like study on economics, finance, study on healthcare, because this is the field that you're going to, and it's going to be really important for your success, for you to understand certain things. Schools make money when their schools are ranked high. You know what I mean? So if their school is accredited, and how do nursing schools make money and how are they ranked high? Well, accreditation is one of the ways they make money. And also, if students pass on the first try of NCLEX. That is why most schools, you have entrance exams, you have rigorous hard courses, because they want to make sure that you are going to pass their NCLEX. I know some schools, honestly, they make it so hard so that you could keep failing so that they can, you know, make more money off of that too. But in reality, schools want you to pass the first time in the NCLEX. So look at it like this. Whether you're thinking about going to nursing, you're in nursing, look at it like this. Your schooling was made to prepare you for the NCLEX, period. And when you get out on the field, hopefully, you know, you have enough training where you are able to pick up skills fast. Now, the best advice I can give you as somebody who had like only 3 days of classroom training the first time I ever did nursing, I mean classroom training, the number one tip I can give you, do not beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up. I remember when I first started nursing, I would really beat myself up if I made a mistake, or I would really beat myself up if I didn't get something quickly, or if I didn't understand this, if I had to ask questions, because, you know, some nurses, they can be really annoyed. They feel like, you know what, I'm not being paid for this, so why do I have to waste my time and, you know, teach a new nurse, you know what I mean? Or sometimes they may have a lot of animosity towards you because you're new, because some people, they just, you know, like I said before, they don't like when people are like very new and fresh and happy. They're like, no, I went through something years of nursing. You have to go through the same crap that I've been through. No, don't be happy. Like a lot of nurses unfortunately have that attitude. Not all nurses, but a lot of nurses in the nursing home have that attitude. And it's not to scare you. It's just to realize, like, okay, I'm gonna let you know this right now. It is possible that you can make a mistake. Okay? There are nurses who make mistakes even 10, 20, 30 years into their careers and they made a mistake. Hopefully, you know, that mistake is curable and you could fix that mistake. But if ever you get like serious slack from a nursing supervisor or another nurse like yelling at you saying, oh my gosh, you made a mistake, blah blah blah, I don't care how big the mistake is. I mean, I know you guys are all smart enough not to make like a super duper big mistake, like, I don't know, stab a resident with a previous resident's needle. Like, that would be something like extreme. But there will be some mistakes that you may make. Hopefully they're not as big, but even if they are big, some supervisors and nurses will be like, oh my gosh, you made that mistake, oh my gosh, how can you do it? But the thing you have to remember is that that person made a mistake. There is not one nurse out there in the world that has not made a boo-boo. And if they say they haven't, they're lying, okay? Because we are human beings. There are nurses who get written up. There are nurses who, you know, make mistakes. And, you know, it's because we're human. Just like there are doctors who make mistakes. Why do you think doctors are being sued left and right all the time? Because, well, that can be up for debate. But yes, there are doctors who made a mistake. I actually had a friend of mine who had surgery and her doctor made a mistake on her surgery. So if a doctor who spent so many years studying, like, and going for their residency, what makes you think that you can't make a mistake? I'm not saying that doctors are more smarter than nurses, but I'm just trying to put in perspective here. You know what I mean? So the number one thing I would say is that be patient with yourself because nobody else will. I'm going to say this again. Be patient with yourself because nobody else will. Nobody will vouch for you. Nobody will stick up for you. You have to be your own advocate. You know what I mean? So if you don't understand something, even though the nurse can be like, oh, it's better you ask, because when you ask all the questions up front, guess what? One day you will know and you will remember. And when they answer your question, make sure you write it down, because some people don't like when you ask questions a million gazillion times. I know that's how some people learn, including myself, is when somebody repeats something over and over. I don't just learn in one sitting. I have to hear it over and over. But some people obviously are not willing to do that. So you write it down and then you look over it. Another tip I would give you advice on is definitely go on YouTube and search. I mean, I would do it, but obviously I don't have the equipment. But search how to give G-tube feedings. Just look at it, brush up on that, like how to give a med pass properly, because more than likely if you're a new nurse, they're going to send somebody up there to observe you give medication. Competent, you have to be patient with yourself and just know that this is a process. You're not going to know everything right away. Name me one person in any field, in any career, that has graduated school and just started and knows everything. There's nobody. You know, you will get some nurses who be like, I don't know where they graduating these new nurses from. Like, they will literally say it out loud for you to hear. That's why I'm saying, like, before you get on the floor, you just have to have a strong mindset saying, you know what, I'm new. There can possibly be some people who feel like I'm incompetent. Oh well, you know, people have to understand. Nurse supervisors have to understand. Charge nurses have to understand that everybody is new. If they've clearly seen your resume, you know, if they've hired you, they've clearly seen your resume. So they have to know that you are brand new. In the beginning, there may be some days where you come home from work and like you're crying because like you feel like, oh my gosh, you could feel like, oh my gosh. I mean, I remember I used to have those thoughts when I first started. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. How come I don't get this? I'm never going to get this. I thought they were going to fire me. I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to fire me. Oh my gosh, I don't get it. And the reality is I didn't have that much training. So if you have training, like, you already on top of the game. But look at me. I really had no training. I only had like 3 days of training. And now, I'm not saying I'm the best nurse on earth, but I consider myself fairly good at what I do. And it's because of experience. So basically, experience is the best teacher. So you're going to go through that growing, like, I'm going to be honest with you. I do not want to lie to you guys. You guys are going to go through that growing pains in the beginning. But just know that this too shall pass. Just like you see the other nurses competent, giving meds left and right, treatment, doing this, doing that. Why can't you be like them? They are bleeding the same blood as you. they use the bathroom every day, hopefully, if they're not constipated. They're human beings. They're breathing air. Like, what are they breathing? Special oxygen? I mean, I don't know. So don't let anybody make you feel incompetent. It is normal. Like, you have to go in there. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you go in there, you can't go in there like, huh. Confidence. Confidence in the fact, you kind of have to, like, I remember I was reading this book by John Sonmez. It's called Soft Skills. And basically, he was talking about when you start a new job, you have to go in with confidence. And it's not like arrogance, like, oh, I know everything, because obviously you don't. You have to go in with confidence that, you know, like, almost like, you know what, I don't know this now, but I have confidence in myself that I will soon be a pro. Like, you have to act like you already, I don't want to say like you already know everything. You have to act like, okay, I don't know this now, but I am going to learn it because I'm confident, because I believe in myself, because I know that I will learn this. And if anybody has a problem with it, then, you know, they go kick rocks. But you know, it all comes with practice and experience. You would definitely gain a tougher skin in nursing. And yeah. Okay guys, so I reached the end of this video. I know this is a very quick video, but I just wanted to sit down and like give my thoughts. I hope this really helps you to nail. And just remember, in any part of your nursing journey, if you have a question, don't forget to leave it down below. Any of you guys who are watching, don't forget to leave it down below. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe and press the bell so that you know when I film another video. Okay, bye. Until next time.